DreAllDay.com. DreAllDay.com. Today's daily motivation is about what is unacceptable. Now, I think in one of the earlier daily motivations I talked about standards, and if I haven't, then I will talk about it in one of the future ones. And even if I did, I'll talk about it again. But this is the flip side of it that kind of goes hand in hand with standards, is what is absolutely not okay with you? What is completely unacceptable? What are the things that could happen in your life? Hopefully they're not happening, because the definition of what I'm talking about. What are the things that could be taking place in your life or could exist in your life that are just completely not okay? You don't want them to exist, and you absolutely cannot allow them to stay in place. What is just completely no way, under any circumstances, unacceptable for you? The reason why this matters, and the reason why you need to know what these things are in your life, is because when you know what's unacceptable, then that means you're setting standards, you're setting baselines. You're giving yourself principles, and you're also telling yourself that you have a certain, we just use that word again, you got a certain standard that you want to live up to. And there's a certain baseline, bottom line, that beneath that bottom line, you will accept nothing less. Like, anything less than this is just completely not okay. Remember, I heard Jordan Belfort, the guy who the movie Wolf of Wall Street was made about, but the actual Jordan Belfort. I heard him speaking in Miami once, and he was talking how his baseline for revenue every year was $20 million. And if he was at $15 million and it's like Halloween, it was hard for him to relax. It was hard for him to sleep, because he was thinking about, like, I got to get that next $5 million, because he said anything less than $20 million a year was unacceptable for him. And you need to know what's unacceptable for you. Is it unacceptable for you to not be in a certain physical shape? Is it unacceptable for you to not be making a certain amount of money in your business? Is it unacceptable for you to not have a certain type of relationships in place? What are the things that you just cannot allow to exist in your life? And if they did exist, you would stop at absolutely nothing until you change that situation to make it look the way that you wanted it to look. What are those things for you? And again, another reason why this is important is because many people out there, some of you who are watching this probably, you don't have anything in your life that you have deemed completely unacceptable. You don't have anything that you say, you know what, this is occurring, but I'm not okay with this occurring, and I'm not going to allow it to stay, and I don't care if I don't go to sleep for the next 3 days, but I'm changing this circumstance because I can't allow this to sustain. Many of you have never thought about that, and many of you don't have anything that would go on that list if you were to create it. And that list is long, it's black and white, and it's clear to high-level performing individuals. They know exactly what it is. There's a story that any of you who knows anything about, like, Michael Jordan, when he played his last, from 1991, when they started winning championships on, the Bulls never lost more than 2 games in a row anytime Michael Jordan was on the team, because it was unacceptable for him, for the rest of the team, to have a losing streak. If you lose 2 games in a row, it's 2 games in a row, but 3 in a row is like a streak. Right, so it was unacceptable for him, for the Bulls, to have a losing streak, because he wasn't the type of dude who was going to lose 3 games in a row. Whatever he had to do to make sure they didn't lose that 3rd straight game, he did it, and they never lost a 3rd straight game the whole time that he was on the team from that point forward, once they got to that championship level. You need to know what that is for you. And this is a mindset, folks. This is not a skill set. It's a mindset. It's a way of thinking. I mean, that's why I'm making it here in this daily motivation video. This is a way of thinking. It's a way of living, and it's really about a standard that you're setting for yourself. And I'll give you one last idea to take with you in this message, is that the more standards you set for yourself, it's not even a matter of how high the standards are. It is a matter of how high they are, but that's not really the big picture idea. The more standards that you set for yourself, meaning the more items you can put on a list and say, this is my baseline, this is what it absolutely has to be, this has to be like this has to be like that. The more standards you set for yourself, first of all, the easier it will be for you to make decisions, because you won't have to think too hard about what to do in certain circumstances, because you already got the standard in place, right? That's number one. And number two, the more standards that you set for yourself, the easier it will be for you to perform at the level that you want to perform, because you know exactly where you need to be. You're never working off of, there's never any ambiguity as to what you need to do, how you need to do it, when, where, or why you need to do it, because everything is 100% clear for you when you set these standards. And when you deem something unacceptable, well, the standard is everything that's above that, right? So that's why setting things as unacceptable matters so much. And then the flip side of it is setting your standards, so you can make this work from both angles in this equation. So with that said, that's today's daily motivation. I do send out a daily motivation text message to everybody in my text community. All you got to do to join that text community, and it's a separate message than what I send here, so you basically get 2 of them every day. Just text me at my number, 305-384-6894, and every day when that message goes out, you'll be getting that message, guaranteed to have you focused, sharp, and on point to start your day. And make sure Work on Your Game University, that's where all my coaching, trainings, courses, all of that stuff takes place in the university. Just go to workonyourgameuniversity.com. And all the YouTube stuff, make sure you do it while you're here. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, like the video, comment on it, let me know the best thing you got from it, share this video so all your friends and anybody else who needs it will know about this video. This will help support us in the algorithm chase. And that's that, everybody. Have a great day. Work on your game.